Today we're going to discuss how to use related markets to complement each other. And definitely you can apply these techniques to other related markets. And I'm seeing Nasdaq as a leading indicator for the rest to follow. Now, Nasdaq bear trend was nicely formed, but not yet for the Dow Jones, S&P and Russell. Now, Nasdaq in the short term, I'm also seeing a rebound to come. And I believe that the rest of the indices were likely to follow as well. Now, in today's discussion, there are two key points. Number one, we're going to discuss about how to draw the primary and secondary downtrend line. And number two, Nasdaq has broken above. I'm referring to the rebound to come, and I believe that the rest of the indices should catch up. And why is it so? And before that, please look at the description box below for the disclaimer. And let's go to why am I convinced that the Nasdaq is in a bear market, in a bear downtrend line, and it was nicely formed. Now, by drawing the primary downtrend line and secondary downtrend line. Now, first of all, let me just do a recap. Over the last few weeks, we have been discussing about how to draw a downtrend line using primary downtrend line. And this is how it works. The rule is that first we have to identify at least 3 significant peaks, and then we try to find the best fit. Now, this is how it works here. For Nasdaq and basically for all the US indices, that we could see that the market started to move downwards in the year 2022, this year and forward. Now, for Nasdaq, we could see there's 1 peak, 2, but along the way, we'll see a few more, and we try to find the best alignment or the best fit. Now, this is the highest point, and I'm going to connect through. Now, the rules, remember that is first we have to find 3 significant peaks, and what we see here that there are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the second rule is that we've tried to do the best fit, and this I would say that is a primary downtrend line, and it kind of the bear market has been established. Now, if you've been following my last few weeks videos, that I did mention that, in fact, last week, that potentially Nasdaq, we are going to see a rebound come in this bear market. And this was the whole idea, the trading idea was because of the secondary downtrend line. Now, how to construct a secondary downtrend line? The 2 rules remain the same. Now, first rule is that we have to find 3 significant peaks at least, then we try to find the best fit. And this is the start of it. Second peak and third peak. And as I draw a line, downtrend line down, and rule number 2 is that you try to find the best fit. And I'm happy with this. Now, there's some false break here, as we could see. Now, this became a secondary downtrend line. And last week, I mentioned that maybe it's time to look at Nasdaq. It was around 11,500. And yesterday went up to a high closing to close to about 12,150, about there. So it's taking shape. And I believe that Nasdaq, there's some room that the rebound may be continuous. Now, let's look at the other indices as well. So the whole topic is that Nasdaq is a leading indicator for the rest to follow. And I hope that you find this tutorial useful, that in related markets, so sometimes we have to look for a leader. And let's quickly go down to Dow Jones. And where is the primary downtrend line, as we could see here? I would say that maybe here. Now, we could only see about 2 peaks. That's why earlier I mentioned that Nasdaq is really clear to me that the bear trend has established, that along the timeline, Dow Jones will find where the third peak to form this downtrend line. Now, where is the secondary downtrend line for Dow Jones? And we could see that since last night or yesterday, of course, that's my night, but that was your morning. And since yesterday, we've established the third peak. And maybe along the timeline, if Nasdaq continued to move up, And this is what I'm going to see here, that maybe Dow Jones is going to retrace down a little bit. But once it break, this will be a great timing for a short-term entry for a move of this rebound. And we're going to see this very similar across S&P and Russell as well. Now, very quickly, I'm going to draw this. As you could see, I only could establish 2 peaks for Nasdaq, and as well as the secondary downtrend line. And in the same time, we could see that this secondary downtrend line was perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 peaks. So what I'm referring to is, just do a recap here, is that if that Nasdaq continued to trend up or trade sideways moving up, and if this guy who is S&P, if it break above, and this will be a perfect timing for entry for short-term buy and expecting a rebound to come. Now, how about mini Russell? As we could see that mini Russell, in fact, the bear market started to establish even before year 2022. That's what you could see here. And this is what I'm going to draw. So similarly, there's no clear identity whether the bear market have established because we could not locate the third peak. We saw 2, and the secondary downtrend line, it is here. Okay. Not quite sure about this, but maybe it's about here. Okay. Now, I hope you find this interesting, and how you're going to get started. Maybe you can consider that always start small, something small that's manageable, because in behavioral science and market psychology is don't trade something too sizable that emotionally that you cannot manage. And among the 4 contracts that if you are starters in getting to trade the US indices, I would really recommend the micro E-mini Russell or the E-mini Russell. But let's talk about the micro E-mini Russell. Basically, 1 point it worth $5. So say, for example, if you enter a market at 1750, it's about here. So what it means is that you take 1750 times 5. It means that the whole contract value, the contract worth, is as if you're buying 2,000 mid-sized to small company, listed company in the United States, worth $8,750, 2,000 of them. And that's pretty light. That always start small. I think last video I mentioned that less is more. And that's the whole idea about sustainable trading. Continue to explore this topic with these related videos and registered for these webinars as well. Follow my Facebook page for my daily market insights. To be updated with my latest video, subscribe to my channel and remember to turn on the notification bell. See you again very, very, very soon.